W.F. Howes presents an unabridged recording of Ctrl+Alt+Chaos by Joe Tidy, narrated by Joe Tidy. This book is dedicated to victims of cybercrime and the people who work hard to protect our lives online. Preface. As a television reporter, I'm used to my bosses making outrageous requests, but this was surely the most ridiculous yet. "I want a lizard on air tonight," my news editor said, adding the chilling words, "Riley's called, make it happen." When John Riley, the head of Sky News, gives you a mission, it's one you have to accept. But this was surely mission impossible. By lizard, he meant a member of the Lizard Squad hacking crew who were making global headlines after carrying out a cyber attack that was spoiling Christmas for about 100 million people around the world. Lizard Squad, a gang of anonymous teens known only by their social media handles, had successfully brought the Xbox Live and PlayStation Network services to their knees. Anyone trying to connect to the online systems of either of these games giants was met with the error message, "Page not found." So that meant no playing against your mates, no downloading new games, and no registering your shiny new console. This type of cyber attack would be disruptive at the best of times, but this was Christmas Day 2014, a peak time for millions of children, parents, and everyone in between to fire up their exciting new gaming gifts and play. Lizard Squad's attack was a top story around the world, and one of those rare occasions when a cyber attack was seen to have an immediate and obvious impact on society. Tens of millions of people were instantly impacted, and a tsunami of them turned to social media to vent their anger and confusion. They were met with a group of kids bragging about their hacking handiwork. People started asking, how on earth was it possible for these teenage boys to humble tech giants like Sony and Microsoft? I was left with a different question. How was I going to find and interview one of these lizards for a Sky News TV report that evening? A frantic 7-hour search across every recess of the internet led me to a 17-year-old called Julius Kivimaki. An infamous figure in the anarchist teenage hacking scene, he was calling himself Ryan, but he would go on to have dozens of other aliases, including the untouchable hacker god and Zeekill. As the clock ticked down to our deadline, my video editor and I anxiously waited for this teenager to come online as promised. Just in time, he called on Skype. With a smirk, public enemy #1 for gamers all over the world popped up on my screen. I was shocked at how young he looked. He had a shaved head, soft facial features, and dead...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?